Hey y'all, and welcome to Watch Cheryl Scrap for INSD 2018. This is our fourth session, and it's Monday, May 7th, and it's 1 p.m. Eastern, well, probably 10 after by the time we started the recording. And I'm going to be scrapping with Snapshots, parts 1, 2, and 3. Snapshots, the photos, was the blog hop, and Snapshots, the stories, and Snapshots, the moments were free with purchase, parts 2 and 3 that you could get with $15 and $20 purchases. Is that correct?
Is it 20 or 25?
25.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Yeah, 15 and 25.
okay.
Does that go through today or through tomorrow? Through today?
Um, through today, right? Midnight tonight, right?
I think so.
I'm sorry, guys. Bridge is just being not very nice. Okay. Everything about my computer is not being nice right this second. Well, I was making it do quite a bit there.
Aww. Look at that cute photo. See, I think what part of it is you just have like an amazing background that you can use for photos anytime. You know, you just go outside and you have all this green and lush and beautiful gardens at your mom's house and
Oh my goodness, we went there yesterday because today is my sister's birthday, but we had her birthday dinner yesterday, and after we ate, we went outside. I don't have the pictures off my camera yet, but mom's gloriosa lily, which is like a red color, and it like hangs upside down. It's really gorgeous. It was beautiful, so I took pictures of it, and we walked down outside of my mom's fence because there's property that goes way far down. We walked out there yesterday. Another thing I used to not be able to do. And
Aww.
yeah, so it's good. I do not know why I can't. Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay, I'm just going to have to close Bridge and try again.
I'm sorry. I hate it when things aren't working right.
I know it's frustrating, but we'll get on. Okay, now we'll look at my monthly pillbox that I got. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, I posted this because I'm old now. But seriously, it's the most awesome thing ever because you flip it over when the day is done, so you know when it's time to refill your prescriptions, and then you put your today's pills there. So I know if because sometimes in the afternoon, if I'm busy or something, I miss what I'm doing. But it came in this box and it said stuff seniors need. So I was like, what the heck? Why?
Melissa says she's had one for 4 years already and she's only 35. So you're
Well,
late to this game, I think is what she's saying.
it is the best thing ever.
Crystal says that'd be nice for her son's medications. They just have a weekly pill box and he's 14. I don't think it needs to be for the elderly. I mean, that may be what they were going for to get people to buy it, but I think it's actually a really cool idea. It reminds you of the gag gift boxes. That's true. You should save the box, Cheryl, and give away a present in a white elephant at Christmas in it.
Oh yes, yes,
Okay, that is a funky picture. I was like, wow, what did you do? And then I realized that's like a cutout or something of Olivia.
yes. This was at her. These are the pictures I think I'm going to use with this kid. Okay, so she had her senior expo for graphic design, and they had these cutouts. Well, you can see them like in the background there that were life size. So um, I took some selfies.
I like it.
with Olivia. So, and
I
then
think
of
it's
course
awesome.
Jay's mom is like, it looks like she's looking off somewhere, and so she's like pointing like Olivia's looking.
I like it. It looks like you guys had a lot of fun with that.
We did. We had a good
Timmy says she loves the one with you sticking out your tongue.
time. Okay, so there's a bigger shot you can see. Yeah, she's a mess. Okay, so we'll use these.
So I had said that the splash pads are open here, so the kids would rather be there than at school, really. And so
Yeah.
Timmy said that her daughter always has to go to the splash pad, which connected to the park. So she plays in the water for 2 minutes, and then I'm left to bake in the heat. So the
Yeah.
weirdest thing about here is apparently there was like a governor or something who got skin cancer. So all of the playgrounds here have like these coverings over them. They're not the best coverings,
Ooh,
but they're enough to provide like some shade. And it's
that
like
is
the coolest thing
nice.
ever, in my opinion. I couldn't figure out why they all had them. I was like, that's really cool. And then I learned it's like a law or something because of this governor who had skin cancer, this wife, or, and I was like, that's so cool. So there's usually at least a little bit of shade every park. There's some sort of shade. Even if you're standing in the middle of the playground with the kids, there's some shade. It is too bad it's because someone had skin cancer, but at the same time, it seems like that's the case. Like it takes something serious happening for people to make changes on certain things. But because we came from Utah, and Utah doesn't have coverings on hardly any of their playgrounds, if any of them. So it's nice to have it here. The playground equipment doesn't get as hot either, which is nice. Oh, Crystal Burns sitting under the trees. My husband is a fair redhead. He burns, getting the mail.
Okay, because Bridge is being a tootie patootie, I'm just gonna use um, ACDC real quick, and I'm just gonna make a category and pop all of those in there.
Hi, Jagruti. How are you?
Okay. Now I can
So,
just
inquiring minds and all that. Has anybody else gotten things scrapped this weekend, or have you been too busy playing games or with life, chasing Bart around? Electra scrapped until 2. Wow, that's awesome. Amy went out of town for the Cinco de Mayo party, so she's catching up. Melissa is scrapping, no games for her. Timmy's getting caught up on INSD layouts. Renee's been doing other things. How's your cousin's house going, Renee? The one that's for sale. Kayla scrapped a couple of pages and been in the forum and the galleries. Kim's been vegging and watching movies, right? She says she scrapped a little.
yes, I'll scrap today, and then um, when we get done here, we'll scrap some more, and then I have a jump out to go get Daniel from school, and then I'll be back to scrap again. Hey, I
That's a
think,
lot of
and
scrapping.
then I'll scrap after that too. I think today will be better for my scrapping, and the weekend was actually.
Wow, Renee's cousin's house. She signed the contract to sell it last night. Went out to dinner. It was on the market for 2.5 days.
Wow, that's awesome.
It must have been
Yeah.
priced really good. Farwin did a page for MIS. Carol scrapped. She even made a glitch photo. Yeah, that's awesome, Renee. Crystal scrapped a little, but today is her day to get caught up. Wow, Marilyn worked on Justine's slow scrap until 11:30 last night and uploaded it. She thinks she's participated in every slow scrap and the one scrap in the INSD forum, and her Siggy. That is
That'd
awesome.
awesome. Let's make this one with me sticking on my tongue bigger, because
I like the one with the tongue because, like, the look on her face, like, I'm not paying
yeah,
any attention to you,
is
mother.
usually what she does anyway. Actually, she was like super happy this night, and I don't think anything could have irritated her. She was laughing at me when I was doing this, so um, sometimes in social situations can be, when you're meeting people that she's been in school with, and you're the mom. But she was like, let me
Hmm.
introduce you, and I was like, wait, who are you? Okay.
Who are you, and why are you okay with that?
Oh, that's cute. The little text one. How awesome is that? Oh, are you serious, Cheryl? Goodness sake. I just said close because, I can. So nice. Okay. Come on. You know, there we go. That is adorable. That is adorable. Okay. I'll have that as a big mat behind there. What do y'all think? I think so. Control J. That
I love that paper too, Electra. It's cute.
I'm just a. I love text. I love word strips. I have a thing. I know I have a thing. You go through phases in
Timmy,
your
I
scrapping, and I'm in a word strip phase.
Timmy, I think like that's what I say every time is this collab is now my new favorite collab. This one totally is my new favorite right now. Just scrapped until about 2 a.m. after writing 2 essays.
She is hardcore,
That is
and how
crazy.
many pages did you scrap
Yeah.
before INSC
I think she said the other day she did like 9 or something. She's an avid scrapper.
for reals?
I know all of the cameras and the word art. It's so cute. I like the bright colors too. It's a fun one. And I always like it because it feels like a bonus because you get it with everything else. So you're like, oh, a bonus, and I
Yes.
love it. Oh, Marilyn, wait till you open it. You'll probably want to scrap with
Oh,
it.
do y'all just want to look at it? Do you need?
She says she hasn't had a time to open it yet. Somebody else I thought said they hadn't had a chance to unzip it yet either.
Well, hang on, and I'll show it to you if you want to
But
see.
Kayla's unzipping right now. Jess hasn't opened it, but she did unzip it. See? Yes, please.
Please.
Yes, please. Show it. Show it. It's amazing, Timmy says. It is. I love it. And it's fun because it's always cool to see all the different designers' personalities in the elements and stuff. And yet it still all goes
Okay.
together so well.
So I think this is divided into folders. Yes. Okay. So this will be snapshots, the moments that you're seeing now. Let me make this a little bigger, be able to see it better. But these are the papers.
and Moments is part
Right.
3. So that's the free with $25 purchase one. I
We
love
got
those
a
painted
ton of
papers right there.
papers. And there's
Hmm.
some vellum and stamps. These little labels that I just put on. Scatters, tabs, labels, super cute camera.
I love that camera. I totally used
I
it.
think I feel like I should go ahead and grab it while I'm right
I turned it into like a sticker because I was so inspired by the stickers that you
here. Yes.
used the other day. I was like, oh, it's a sticker. And it was by Becca. So I was like, oh, and it works
I'm
perfect.
sorry. I'm grabbing things while we're while we're looking through. Okay. No doodles, frames, word art, flare, another camera. Ooh, that's
And I love that she just happens to be in pink in those
yes.
photos.
Right.
It says Cheese and Company. Marilyn loves the wrapped button. Timmy loves the crumpled up graph paper. I used that
Are you
card too.
serious?
Yes, I did. Are you sure you haven't seen the
I
layout I
haven't.
posted? I actually used it on 2 different layouts. I used that card on one I did of my sister's daughter. And the other thing I used on the one I did with your. Oh no, I used that one on my sister's daughter one too.
Okay.
She is a cute baby. Oh my gosh, she has such attitude too. I have to scrap with Danielle's kit because I grabbed it for this purpose, but she's got attitude and I have a little video of her throwing attitude. So I'm going to use Danielle's Little Miss Can't Be Wrong to go with it. She is just because there's the word art in there that says I'm the boss around here. If she doesn't get her shower in the morning with her papa, she will not talk to whoever dressed her for the day. Like you can hold her and she will flip her head away from you the entire time until she gets that shower. Like she can hold a grudge, and the kid is three
That's
months old.
crazy.
So my dad has actually taken showers twice a day sometimes, so that she will talk to him because she won't talk to him either. And I'm like, oh, so she's got you wrapped around her little finger.
Holy cow, look at that. Maybe I
I
need
know.
that. Oh no, there's too much.
You're just gonna have to
Yeah,
do more than one
definitely.
layout with it.
There's like 17
Hmm.
to 35 layouts.
And isn't that paper the camera paper, like all the
Yes.
little cameras in a line that are super cute? Yep.
And these, look at
Use
these
all the papers, Timmy says.
cameras. Ooh,
I know.
okay.
And you haven't even made it through it yet.
I just keep, you know. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I know. I am
Look at the
fully
cat
aware.
with the camera.
The
I
cat.
have to use that on
Yep.
there because Olivia loves. Oh, for heaven's sake, I'm never gonna get through
Oh my goodness. I like the outtakes. Candid fun. You should use
this.
that
Yes.
because that just
Oh,
like
and
fits
this click, click,
perfect.
click, click, click.
Hmm.
Okay.
I think they're all in awe of watching this.
Well, it's crazy, right?
I love those
Yeah,
arrows too, those cork arrows.
I need that pink one. Ooh, I like
Photo of the day. This was so funny.
I love the puffy stickers.
Yes. Amy loves all the things. I love that gold
Yeah.
outlined camera too. I have a sneaky suspicion that's going to make it onto another page. All of the cameras are so cute.
Strike a pose.
Ooh, Crystal just put the gold camera on her layout. I'm telling you, doesn't it seem like a very easy kit to scrap with? And all you have to do is scrap and post it in Laura's little post. And you might have a chance to win. Well, you wouldn't you do have a chance to win. You might be the winner. I don't say things right all the time.
See, I'm right most of the time.
Just likes the camera with the heart. I know you knew what I meant. Phew.
I like that file under photogenic.
I like it.
Ooh, aren't these fabulous? Ooh,
The painted frames. I
I
know.
have to be changing my.
I'm telling ya. I have a feeling it's going to become a double layout with
I
everything you want to
know.
add to it.
Ooh, a wire alpha.
There's a few alphas. And I love these little word art pieces with the funky letters back and forth. They're fun too. Pose. They come in so many colors. Well, and with black, it's easy to recolor them too. Oh, I hadn't even thought of layering them, Timmy.
Strike a pose.
That,
How about
that's a good
that?
idea.
That could be my title. Come back here.
You could do a whole album with it. Hmm. Timmy did that on one of her layouts. Ooh.
Ooh, they're in different colors.
You know I'm going to go look
Ooh,
for it
they're
now,
in
right?
pink, teal, blue,
I know,
red,
they're in lots of colors.
white. Ooh, yellow. Previews. Fun frames.
Timmy says she put the pink words on top of the yellow and kind of offset them a bit.
And this is now the
Do-do-do-do-do.
stories. Snapshots, the stories. Ooh, I like that.
Did you put it in the gallery, Timmy? Because I'm not seeing it. Do-do-do-do-do.
That.
Oh, you shared it. Oh, I should probably just go check. Oh, no, I found it in the gallery. Oh, that is cool. That yellow, it like creates a cool little almost shadow, and then you've got your shadow on there. So that's really fun. Oh, and she's got the pink paper on photos on the back. Oh, I love it. Yes, I will link you. I'm just enjoying the gorgeousness. Hold on. There you go. There you go.
I have to go see this. Aww,
Ooh, she made GSO with it too.
that is awesome.
It is.
That's so
Anybody else have a layout that you want us to love on? I'll go find it. Oh, Cheryl's typing, furiously typing.
to leave her some love while I was there. I rarely get in there as much as I should.
It's awesome. I like the backstory paper too, or the backstory word art. Because you know, how often is there a backstory to the
Right.
photo you took? I actually had that when we were getting the when we were trying to do that family photo at my parents' backyard. I was taking and trying to make sure that the lighting was going to be okay with the sun and everything because it was outside and bright. So I have like random photos of people starting to come into the photo. So like there's one of my brothers standing there, and then there's one with like three of them standing there, and then four of them standing there. And so like as you watch them along, it's kind of fun to see how it gets to the final photo. So I'm like, I think I'm gonna put that on one side and then put like the actual photo on the other. So it's like the backstory of everybody gathering.
The cool alpha. And
That's
that's
a cool
it.
photo, yeah. Oh, and look, there's a template at the bottom. Did you see it? By Miss Cheryl.
Mm.
It is fun to me. Well, and the funny one is with my brother standing there, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take, he's like, are you taking a picture of me? I said, yeah, so I can check the lighting. And so he like throws his arm out and poses. And my brother's like 33 or something, 32. So it's a funny, you know, it's this big tall man just standing there like throwing his arms out like a kid. It makes me smile. They can be very crazy. Look at all the stuff you added, Cheryl.
What?
Look at all the stuff you added.
I know. It's like kind of crazy.
Did you just hide a whole bunch of stuff
Did.
all at once? How did you do that?
You click and then shift click so it selects all of them, and then you right click on the
Uh-huh.
little eye, and you can say show or hide all the other layers, or you can hide this layer, and that's I just clicked hide this layer, and then you can click back on it, and it'll come back on again.
Oh.
So you
Huh.
don't have to see.
That's that is cool. I just yeah, I've been clicking and dragging up over and down the eyes because I didn't know because I tried and there was no way to make it shift click and like click once, but right click is the secret. I got it.
Right
That's
click.
awesome.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take these out.
Renee has a
Okay.
question for you. She bought Shop Till You Drop, and there were no individual JPEGs in the PSD file. Do you mean PNGs, or did you put JPEGs? She says, "Are you not doing those anymore?"
Individual pins in the PSD. The layered PSD. Or is she asking for pins themselves? There's like four different. Uh,
Well, because you were doing the PNGs, the page files, and the PSDs,
yeah,
right?
and there's four different. There's four
And the
different
TIFF.
file types. So if
Okay.
you just downloaded the PSDs, that's all you're gonna get. If you download the PNGs, you're gonna yeah.
That's what I thought, is you've changed it to different download options, and you can download all of them if you want. Yeah. So I would say, Renee, just go back to your order and open it up, and if you click over there, there should be more download options. She separated it out so people didn't have to download all of it when they only needed one file. Does that make sense? Tiff loves the or Timmy loves the TIFF files. So much easier to open what I want. Yeah, I still stick with PSD because I'm weird that way. See, if you're using Bridge, you can see what they are too. I know you can't see it in Windows. Oh, I see what you're asking, Renee. No, you used to do an individual JPEG of each template. But you started to do the one
I
preview
didn't.
template with the 4 and then the 4 PSDs. I know what you're saying, Renee.
I don't think I've.
Sorry, I misunderstood
I
you.
don't think I've ever done
You did. I'm trying to think. I know you have before because I know I have ones like that.
that. I do individual
Hmm.
ones for like collabs, like the snapshot,
Yeah, and that's what I was
but
trying to think.
I don't, I never really did individual. I know Liz does it. I think Liz gives you a JPEG, but I don't.
I know that like her freebie ones have always had the individual ones if you downloaded them at the time because they came with the
Right.
individual. So like you have the blog freebie or the newspaper freebie, so it would come with the template and the JPEG and that. Um, yeah, I don't. I know that's what I'm trying to remember. Is it when it was only freebies and collabs that I've seen that, or was it? Because like I have the Fiddlesticks ones and I have an individual preview for each
Yeah,
ones of those. But
that's the only time I do them.
if it was in the store, it has been a really long time
Yeah,
since she's done it that way.
I don't. I mean, if I did it, it would have had to been way back when.
Yeah, it might have been like
Yeah.
different store back. Does that? So yeah, I misunderstood you, Renee. I was thinking you meant like the PNG files or one of the other file types, not the JPEGs. She says, "Guess I haven't bought for a while."
Ah, you told on your. You told on
It's okay.
yourself. Yeah.
Oh, yes, but when you download like the freebies in the newsletter off her blog, it does usually include like that
And
individual one.
Renee, also, I mean, if you download the pings, there's a JPEG in those folders.
Or if you just open up a template and save it as a JPEG.
But I mean, there's already one there. In the pings, she just has to download that particular zip.
I know, I'm just trying to think which way's
Because
easier.
that is
Just
yes.
open up the template and save for web or download something else.
Okay,
Oh,
so
goodness.
Renee can't hear me, so if you'll tell her what I
I'll
said.
type it. Yep. And Carol says she got an email about your awesome Fiddle DD grab bag, so she has to go make more purchases. She has to have the flower
Yeah,
cutouts.
they're pretty cool. To say those.
Oh, Jess! Jess registered herself and the boys for the county fair. She's scrapbooking with paper, and they're doing Lego
What?
creations. Oh my goodness.
I gotta get focused. This is terrible. I'm like going behind.
You are behind today. Oh my goodness, it's almost a
Right?
quarter two. Hey, 15 minutes. Let's see you do it, lady.
Oh, don't do that. You know what happens when you do that, right? Prove you, right? do, 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 do. Too light. Click, 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 click. That's so cute.
Bye, Marilyn. Enjoying going back to work.
Boo. Boo.
So, do you ever have something happen and you just kind of ignore it because you're like, whatever, I can deal with it. And then you reach this point where like, I'm done dealing with it. And so you figure out how to fix it. So I've been using Nexus
Yep.
Font, right? and it's been taking forever to load the fonts up. And I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. It used to load my, like 1,400 fonts in a minute
Right.
or less. And so I was like, okay, why is it taking so incredibly long? And I was like, okay. So I Googled and I start looking around, and it turns out that Windows did this new thing called like a font cache that's supposed to speed up your fonts. And even in Adobe, I noticed it took a little bit of time for my fonts to load. And so I went in and disabled this font cache, followed all these instructions, and now all of my fonts are working again super fast. And even in Adobe, they're like super,
Ooh,
super fast. Like, why do they put things in that are supposed to fix it and just
right?
make things worse?
No, no, why they do that. I'm wondering if that's my problem.
I know. Oh, Amy, it's this font cache thing, and I just walked through the instructions, and I use Nexus Font, Amber. It's a font manager. It has to be a guy thing. I don't know what that refers to me, but that just made me laugh.
Fixing something that didn't need to be fixed. It's a guy thing. That's what
Yeah.
she means.
Okay. So I switched to font base, Amy, and I tried that, but font base, if it was open, would not show any of the fonts in Photoshop for me. Like zero. And I was like, okay, what's the point of having this if it's not working? So I went back to Nexus Font because of that. Because I couldn't get font base to work right. It would show it in Word, but it wouldn't show it in any of my Adobe. Well, it wouldn't show it in Photoshop. And it wouldn't show it in, would it show it in PSE? I can't remember. Yeah, totally weird. Yeah, making things worse when they're supposed to be fixed. It's true. Supposedly it makes it better, but I'm like, pretty much everybody who's like a graphic designer or anybody who uses a lot of fonts was complaining about it. I was like, oh, so it works better for the average Joe who, writes email with their computer. That makes
Yeah.
sense. So since I got rid of this font thing, Amy, my Nexus font hasn't crashed because that's why I switched to. But there is something in that font that's causing an issue or something. But yeah, I use Nexus Font Amber because I have a whole lot of fonts and it lets me see them. And then when I have it open, Photoshop recognizes that I have all those fonts available, but I don't have to have them all installed on my computer. So I do try to not have too many things installed extra, although that doesn't always happen.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I figure if I'm going to put a program out there, you should probably know why I use it. I have heard that is one place that Mac's rule as their font management is much better. But that's not enough to make me switch to a Mac. Look at her flying now. See? You give her a deadline and she's like, oh, I gotta go. I
Gotta
gotta
do
go.
this. Gotta get this done.
Gotta get it done. So is it a good Monday for y'all or a bad Monday for y'all?
Speaking for myself, so far it's good. Even the conversation with the teacher. I mean, she said nice things about my son, so I'm just saying, oh, he's talented and all that jazz. But so that gave me like a little, you know, have something good to say to him, not just you suck. You're not doing what you're supposed to. So that's good.
Renee's puppy is 1 year old today, Cheryl.
Oh,
Timmy got a load of laundry done and she drank coffee in peace. That sounds like a badge. Like you need a badge for that. Melissa, her father-in-law, came and took her 3-year-old for the day, so she is kid-free. Jess is fine on her 4 hours of sleep, but she might think differently at her night class. Is that because you stayed up late scrapping, Jess? And writing 2 essays? Amy's on her second cup of coffee and her third load of laundry.
Laundry.
Oh. So, Carol, does that mean it's good for business and bad for your sanity? It's 6 days till Mother's Day and she's a florist.
Oof.
Like, it seems like it would be really good for business, but you'd be going insane. Yes, she says. Kayla's avoiding laundry and housework. Oh, and prom season. Amber just woke up for us. Isn't that sweet of her? She's a night shifter, so she stays up late.
Nice. Can't think I got everything turned on right now. Now I just really
And you know there's 2 today, right? Everybody who's here.
2 today.
There's 2 today. We took yesterday off and came back for 2.
Okay, I have a lot going. Let's see what this is.
6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Yes, Carol, depending on your time zone.
No.
Crystal
I
works
thought it
nights
was
too, but
6
just 2
p.m.
nights a week.
Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
It's not what I have written down.
Uh,
That's not when I was going to show up.
well, let's see what we got going on here. I'm like crazy.
Because we did the 3 p.m. on Saturday. Oh, no, you know what? It's here at that time. 6 p.m., 3 p.m.
Yep.
Huh. Well, that's not when I planned on showing up. Well, what can I say? Yeah. I'll be at the bus stop.
I'm like, oh crap. Let's see.
Interesting. Glad we talked about it.
It's a good thing that we talked about that. I'm like, did I really screw up that bad? That is bad.
You know what? It's because in the other spot, it says the other time.
Oh, and the planning dread.
Uh-huh. And then also in the coupon thread, it says the other time. Oh, fun. It's always fun.
Oh, friends.
I have no idea. I was going to say, why did you set it so early on a Monday?
Right?
Right, because don't you have to pick your son up at one point?
Yes, but I pick him up. I mean, that's like 5 p.m. that time, so I'm already home with him. I don't know. What in the world? Oh, boy.
Timmy, I'm confused. I don't know which time either.
I guess you'll be at the bus stop. I'm going to have to do the 6 p.m. Eastern because it's on the graphic and that's everything that I've advertised in the forum and everything. But
this one doesn't say either. This one only has the one Monday time in the forum.
What?
Kat says, just tell us when to come. We'll be here.
No, that has
okay, so
2 on there, and in the
INSD event schedule, it's 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Okay. In the Watch Cheryl Scrap post that you did, the live special sessions one, that one only has the first Monday time on it, on the graphic. Oh no. Okay, somewhere else it only has one Monday time on it. This one has 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. And then there was a different one I was just looking at that has the other time on.
Okay.
Oh
Uh,
goodness. Goodness,
just,
goodness.
yeah. We're gonna go with the 6 p.m. and I guess I'll need to show up at 9 too. Whichever one you can make it to, Courtney. I'll just have to wing the other one. Um, what a
You're gonna do three today?
Why would be people showing up? And I'm like, what the heck?
I don't know. Who knows? Okay, so in the INSD party pad, you did the Watch Cheryl Scrap
Okay,
Live, and that graphic only has
okay, and
this one on it.
tell
But in the
you,
words below
I
it, you
can tell
have
you
both.
why it didn't get changed. Because I just tried to change it, and it is not letting me um, add a new image. When I go to more options, I get a Chrome timeout, and it happened to me the other day, and I was like, I need to go back and do that, and I clearly didn't go back and do that. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. So your graphic says one thing, and the Lilypad graphic says something
Well,
else.
I'm the one who screwed up. So, okay, so I'll do,
I love it.
yeah, jeez, Lord. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, well, I was going to be scrapping anyway, so
I know.
you may
There you
not have
go.
Courtney here to laugh at me. Um, she does have a great laugh.
That's funny. Because you would. Electra says, I'm so confused. What is it? I don't know either.
Well,
I think she just decided she's doing three.
well, yeah, you can't be here at this 6 p.m. Eastern one because you'll be at the bus stop. But
No.
it's all over
Yes.
my graphics everywhere, and I already sent a reminder.
But the Lilypad one has the other time, has the 9 p.m. Eastern one, which is all over as well.
So, um, you come at the 9 p.m. one, and I'll just wing it by myself earlier. I guess I just wow. Well, I knew I was having some issues.
Kayla says she can be there at 6. Timmy says she'll take 3.
Like, wow, Cheryl,
Oh,
wow. I mean,
and I know one of the reasons why is because originally when you did the time conversion, you had 1 a.m. and 1 p.m. and they were totally off. So you had to fix the graphic again in the first place.
yes,
Remember?
and I still screwed it up.
So that's actually kind of funny.
Still screwed it up.
I just think it's funny that we never noticed until just now. What time are we coming back?
I'm glad we discussed this because, yeah. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
okay with it. I
It
I
could
got
have
a
been a very
bunch of stuff I got to scrap with that I'm dying to scrap with, actually. Yeah, like,
exactly.
okay. I'll just have to tell my husband, I'm so sorry. Guess it's,
I'm sorry. Remember how I canceled Tuesdays? It's because I accidentally scheduled 3 on
yeah,
on Monday.
yeah. So you don't feel like you need to come to the extra one, Courtney. You've already been here. Like Courtney's like, for God's sake, I can't do it. I can tell you something here. Oh,
Oh.
man.
So Jess, I can sort of see the electronic devices not being allowed in a college classroom because that can get super distracting. The bathroom thing just astounds
What?
me.
What about the
But
bathroom?
oh my goodness gracious. Have you missed our bathroom talk on the forum?
Yes.
So Timmy posted about reusable cloths for
Yes.
menstruation. And we started this discussion on it, and then we talked about, well, is it a health hazard? Is it, where does it fall in these
Right.
different things? And then as we were looking into it, then somebody said, well, my kid's never allowed to use the bathroom because whatever. And then it turns out that like there's this great big huge story recently of these Chicago charter schools where they're denying children to be able to use the bathroom, basically, like girls specifically. And they're like, "Nope, sorry, you can tie a sweatshirt around your waist." Like an entire it's this thing because I'm like, how can you deny somebody the right to use the bathroom? Like that
Right?
seems like a right you should have. But apparently it's not.
I wouldn't be in that
So,
school. I wouldn't have my kid in that school for sure.
well, here's the thing. It's not just one school. It's like everywhere.
Ugh.
Yeah, Timmy, it's all the schools. Like especially middle and high school.
And I can see,
And that's possible that some kid took advantage of it and it became a thing. But like when I was looking this up and reading about it, there are legitimately parents who go in and have the doctors write a notice that their kid has a UTI so that their kid can use the bathroom. Like just in general.
that's ridiculous.
And I'm just like, that's to me, it seems like it should be a case by case basis. Look, you're asking to go to the bathroom every single class. You either have a problem or you need to try and find a different time. Not, okay, we're going to punish every student because one wants to go to the
Right?
bathroom. And so Jess had said her professor only allows them to go to the bathroom during a break, and it's a 3 hour class. And this is college. So she had her doctor write a note. But I was like, wait, so theoretically, if you're in college, usually you're 18.
And you're
You have the rare under 18, but most of the
and
time
you're
you're
paying.
18. You can vote, but you can't use the bathroom.
Wrong.
Like,
I'm going to the
think
bathroom.
about that. I know. Yeah, and that was Timmy's thing. And somebody else said the same thing that they don't give kids enough time between
No,
classes
they
to use the
don't.
bathroom. Because you have like 3 to 5 minutes to go from class to class. That's really not enough time if your
Yeah, if
classes
you
are far
have a
apart.
huge campus, it's
So,
just not gonna. It's not gonna
yeah.
happen.
Or, especially with the kids who either aren't allowed to carry backpacks, like Julie said, they're not allowed to carry backpacks at her school. So they have to keep everything in their locker because backpacks or purses are a tripping hazard. So her daughter has to go from class to her locker to class to her locker to class, or else she has to carry everything. And I'm sure that would be a tripping hazard too. Whereas Timmy, I think, was the opposite. They don't have lockers, they only have backpacks.
Yeah, we don't have lockers. We have backpacks.
Yeah. Electra, just like that. There's 1,800 kids in her daughter's school. How do you all use the bathroom at the same time? And no backpacks are allowed at that one. Like, I'm just like, this is kind of crazy. Like, I was telling my husband this, and he's like, even prison lets you use the bathroom.
In prison, you have your own toilet.
You do. You can use it whenever you want.
My gosh, poor kids. I wouldn't want to be in school right now.
Yeah.
That's part of why I feel bad, about my child. But come on, I was selecting it. Thank you.
Well, and then one of my friends had responded because I asked it on Facebook in general because I was curious. And her kid goes to a charter, it's not a charter school, it's a public school, but what do they call it? Like you have to apply to get into it and stuff, and so hers is more
Gotcha.
tech-based or something. And so they treat the kids like adults. Like they basically say, if you need to get up and walk out for a minute and come back, that's fine as long as you're not disturbing
Right.
the class. And so, they can get up and walk out and go to the bathroom and come back. They treat them like adults. And I'm a magnet school, that's what they call it. And I'm like, that's impressive to find a school that treats kids like adults and not like criminals. How dare you have to use the bathroom? They went and saw the Avengers, and then they had to run and catch the train to get the last train of the night. She had to pee so bad. They made it the train with 1 minute to spare, and she had to hold it.
Oh, look at these little birds. I can't stand it.
To me, it reminds me of, treat people the way you would expect them to be treated. Oh, yeah, just like Crystal said. If you treat them like they're irresponsible, they will be. And kids will act based on how you treat them. And I think that's exactly it. If you treat them that, yeah, you're allowed to go to the bathroom. There's only so much you can do in a bathroom.
I mean, I know that there are um, people that are gonna abuse. They're just gonna. It's gonna happen. I just
Hmm.
can't see, you know, making the entire population of the school be punished for that. It's not great.
Yeah. Well, and was it Timmy or somebody else commented and said that their kid only gets so many bathroom passes a year and they've already gone through them or something. Or maybe that was one of the articles I was reading, that their kids get like 5 bathroom passes a year and that's not per class. That's like combined with all their classes. And I was like, wait, you're only expected to go to the bathroom 5 times in a year of school? So it was very eye-opening to me. Yeah, Timmy, it's not that I have authority issues. I have authority issues with something that are stupid and unreasonable. So being told that you're not supposed to go to the bathroom, and it's like, wait, that is a bodily function that everybody has. Forget it. Because you tell me not to go into a burning building, I'm not going to do that, obviously. But Jess says her kids can go whenever they want. That's good, you know. Could you imagine if they did that to kindergartners? Sorry, you can't go to the bathroom except once. They'd have so
Right?
many accidents all over the rooms. Like, really?
Seriously, I think I'd just pee on myself if I was a middle schooler just to be a turd if you wouldn't let me go.
Yeah, so the restrooms in the kinder class was in one or two of our kinder classes here, but there were so many kindergarten classes in our school. My son was in an over, like it was actually inside the computer room, and it was like, I don't know, maybe it was the office for the computer teacher or something reason. It was a teeny tiny classroom. It had no um, bathrooms in it. So they actually had to go in the buddy system to the big kid bathroom that the third and fourth graders used. Jess has had both her boys pee their pants at school. My friend's little girl peed her pants at school because she just wouldn't go. And she was in one of the classrooms with the bathrooms in the classroom. And so her mom made her stay after school, told the teacher she needs to stay after school for a few minutes. I'll come pick her up. And she's going to wipe down the chairs with like the Clorox wipes and stuff. She's like, even though it's already been cleaned up and stuff, she's like, but I want her to learn that there's consequences.
Well,
I was like, that's so funny. But she hasn't done it since. She just didn't want to ask. She was a mad mom too about it, Jess. See, and that makes sense to me if you have to ask to go and you have to go in the buddy system because the bathrooms are, a little farther away. But at the same time, then it's like, okay, well, I have to go to the bathroom. Does anybody want to go with me? you know, Kind of weird for 5 and 6 year olds to have to ask, but whatever.
what else, man? What else?
Whatevs.
Okay, I'm gonna call it done because
Look at that. You made it at like 7 after.
seriously, I could keep going. And
I
I
know.
did change the background because I had so many elements that I wanted to add that I felt like I needed to go with a pattern paper that read as a neutral. And then, I have so much pink, I thought blue would be good in the background, but I actually think if I added like a little tiny thing back here, just a little something peeking out.
She changed her mind. She's not done.
No, I'm just gonna add something good, right? Pink, pink, pink paint on top of this wet paint. Oops. Here we go. Let's see if I maybe just want to turn that off. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Spare clothes at the nurse's office, Timmy? Our kids had to keep them in their backpack, which is always funny to see a kindergartner with a backpack that has spare clothes in it, plus whatever else they have for kindergarten. So it's like this weighs as much as them.
Like, what is happening here? Okay. All right, I'm going to stop recording now. Goodbye. We will see you at 6 p.m.